You have got to protect your skin no matter where you live. And it's even more important here in the Rocky Mountains and in the desert. And joining us this morning all the way from New York is Dr. Doris Day with some tips about how to preserve our skin and keep it from aging. The age-old question, Dr. Doris Day, is how do we continue to look young? Please tell us the truth when it comes to aging.
Oh, absolutely. Well, the truth and the good news is that you have control of up to 70% of how your skin ages over time. So there's so much you can do. But there are a lot of sneaky things that can age you and things that you can fix in a very simple way. Something as simple as starting your beauty routine every day and every night with cleansing. Washing your face gets rid of all that pollution, dirt, and grime that's very aging to the skin, and it also primes the skin for the products that you apply afterwards so that they penetrate better and more evenly and you can get the most out of it. The other sneaky thing is that as we get older, our skin cells don't exfoliate as well as they should. They don't slough off like they should, so exfoliating is very helpful as well.
So these are really things that we hear a lot, but I don't know that people take it as seriously as they should, especially, like you said, with cleansing your skin. A lot of times you just throw on some water and then you put on a moisturizer, but you don't realize the real importance of a deep cleaning and an exfoliation to keep your skin moisturized and clean.
That's so true. And, you know, there's a study that showed that up to 50% of women don't cleanse on a regular basis at night before bed. Wow. And, you know, I'm guilty of that once in a while, too. I get it. But it's such an important step. And the other part that you mentioned is doing it properly. So, you know, being a big drugstore girl, I like to be able to recommend products that you can get and that are very accessible just at your local drugstore.
Sure.
And Olay came out with its first ever device. It's the Olay Professional Pro X Advanced Cleansing System. And what this does is it has two different settings, one for cleansing on a daily basis. They're gentle, soft bristles, and they clean up to 6 times better in the same amount of time as just washing with soap and water and your hands. And then it has a second setting that's more exfoliating. And the exfoliating process is just removing the dead skin cells that are ready to come off, not overstripping the skin. And that's a big problem I have, is that sometimes when people exfoliate, they overdo it, they strip their skin, and that does leave your skin more vulnerable. So I like that this is a gentle exfoliation that only gets rid of what's ready to come off, and now your skin is ready and primed for those great antioxidant ingredients, your sun protection, and then your makeup if it's during the day. It makes a huge difference.
Sure does. And how often would you recommend doing that kind of an exfoliation with that kind of a product?
You know, typically about once a week is enough. Okay. And because your skin cells exfoliate more slowly or naturally slough off slower, about once a week. But depending on your level of activity, you might do more or less. And the idea is to be gentle about it. But cleansing should be done at least once a day before bed, and ideally in the morning as well before you apply your moisturizer and makeup. And then there are some ingredients that you can look for in your skincare product, because now that your skin is primed and it's ready, you need to apply ingredients that are going to be really good for your skin. Things like retinols and retinoids. Anybody who can tolerate one, even in the Rocky Mountains or the desert where you might have more intense ultraviolet radiation, you still need a good retinol or retinoid, but still use your sun protection, so both can go together quite nicely. And then things like niacinamide, it's in the vitamin B family. Caffeine is a great ingredient topically to look for on the labels, and also things like peptides and other antioxidants. Vitamin C is really good too. So you can't forget your sun protection. I recommend an SPF of 30 or higher.
Wow.
And then reapply it if you're going to be out. There's great SPF 30 in a powder that you can use as well. And then I just have to throw in, don't forget to see your dermatologist once a year for a skin cancer screening. So while you're looking your youngest and very best, you make sure your skin is healthy as well.
Absolutely great advice. And especially here, I don't know if you realize, we have approximately 320 days a year of sunshine in New Mexico. So we really need to protect ourselves.
I'm coming. One more.
Come join us. I know. I'll tell you what, you really are the testament of beautiful skin. Your skin is beautiful. And so, you know, I mean, you practice what you're preaching, clearly. Can you also share a few of your personal secrets besides cleansing that you do on your own? Any tricks?
Yeah, there's a few things. You know, I have a book called Forget the Facelift, and it shows my 4-step approach. It's what you do from the outside, the cleansing, the products that you use, what you do from the inside in terms of diet, exercise, and then the mind is really powerful. Having positive thoughts and being happy and seeing yourself as beautiful helps so much. And step 4 are the procedures. So putting those together helps you look your very best. Drinking enough water, not too much alcohol, watching salt intake, all those put together help you look your very best. And thank you for the compliment.
Well, it's very true, and it's great advice. Thank you so much, Dr. Doris Day, for being with us this morning. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And after the break, we are heading straight into some elegant dining with a sommelier and chef from a very fine French restaurant. It's called La Provence.